All right, starting it now. Hey guys, and welcome to a special episode here, episode 2 of our Legacy Season podcast, Poetalk. I'm here with Polab, Vok, and Fyndel. It's going to be about how Fyndel made a mirror day, or over a mirror day. And as you can see down the left-hand side, we've got the agenda. And I want to go ahead and do some introductions. Vok, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Vok. I've played Path of Exile forever, since the original beta, the closed beta. I am the co-founder of Tip Guild, Just the Tip. We're one of the oldest guilds now. We got 250 members, and last league we got 9 out of the 10 on the ladder. In this league we got 8 or 9 out of 10 on the ladder, and I'm 10 right now. I haven't laddered in a long time, so I'm trying to round it out. I'm getting carried. I play a cursor all the time, or a cursor tank, so either Hexa cursor or just cursor. I play the same damn build every league.
Okay.
And I leech, and I get carried by whoever the quality players are at this league, and I steal their secrets. And once I steal their secrets, I tell their secrets to the world, like we're doing now. So this time, Fyndel has got a lot of good secrets, and so we're sharing some of the secrets with the world here.
Awesome. And Fyndel, go ahead and introduce yourself. There's a lot of people that might not know who you are. Personally, I've seen your name in trade. That's how I know you, just by doing trades. So go ahead and introduce yourself for the people that don't.
So I play Path of Exile since open beta. And most of the time, in the beginning of Path of Exile, I only played Standard League. Like was very known in Standard for like having like sickest gear ever, like doing Hubert series, Spectre Throw build. I got every single class 100 in Path of Exile. That's a nice achievement I got. I was the first Shadow to hit 100 in Warbands, third overall.
Nice.
Well, and yeah, I'm pretty much reach every league, like at least top 10. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Path of Exile is like I play a lot of League of Legends as well. Pretty high rank there too.
Oh, nice.
But every time a new league comes out in Path of Exile, I play Path of Exile. So Path of Exile and League of Legends are my two main games.
I mean, you're
Nice.
you're a man right after my heart. I also partake in League of Legends. At least I used to quite a bit, but I don't know.
I just
PvP
can't.
games, I get so angry when I have bad teammates or when I play bad. So it's too stressful, really. Like I was like, when I first started playing, I would like fist pound my desk because I was just so angry at everything, and I would like scream, and then I kind of like took took a step back, and I'm like, holy crap, I need to stop playing this game.
Yeah, like
Stop
one
playing
thing I
this
can
game.
recommend is when you play League, you need to like really relax and like you can't take it too serious because it's gonna get you.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you just have to like carry your teammates. That's one of the things I like League of Legends so much is because I'm one of the people that doesn't get mad when he has bad teammates. I get I'm not happy, but it doesn't bother me. I just want to carry them even harder. Like I like the feeling of carrying people.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is really the reason why I'm high diamond. So it just anytime I get shit noobs, I just want to carry them as hard as possible. And like I'm jungle main, and like the only thing that upsets me is when you get like ahead and then like you still lose the game, even though you helped everyone out so much. But yeah, nothing you can do. Lose
So
is lose.
you've got 100 of every class in Path of
Yeah,
Exile, right?
every single class I got 100, and it's like already 1 year ago as well. So it's like
And you're
crazy.
probably in the top 50 wealthiest players in Standard.
easily, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, like, would you say that racing, in essence, or like, hold on, do you race to 100? Is that your goal, to get to 100 as fast as possible?
No. I did it once in this Warbands league. Like my goal was to race once, so like compete and see how the competition is.
Okay.
And there was almost no competition. Like there was literally I got first shadow and third overall. And the third overall was the only reason is because like shadow just sucked ass in that season. Like it was so squishy, like Warbands. Like and I don't know if you guys remember, but Warbands was like every one shotted you, and like there was those new T15 maps that just came out, like 82 maps, and everyone just got one shotted left and right, and there was like literally no chance of getting rank 1.
Gotcha.
I was like the first shadow to get 100, and then the next shadow that got 100 was like I don't know, like 3 weeks later or some shit.
So let's kick off the first part of our agenda that we have today. It's pre-league planning. How did you guys plan for this? Any kind of
Yeah.
So I think-
particular?
Looks really extensive. Like
So I
a
think
lot of work.
Fyndel is really good friends with one Breach Man, whose account name is Climber Chris.
So
And one Breach Man basically dominated the BSC economy, chaining Chayula like over 1,000 times. And we kind of posted screenshots at the end of last league with his wealth.
Right.
And Fyndel decided that he's gonna, piggyback on that concept this league more or less, right? Fyndel, you talked about it.
so like in the our preparation. So I talk about our preparation now about
Yep.
this league.
Yeah, preparation.
So Vok had nothing to do with our preparation. Our preparation was me, Chris, a really good friend of mine, like Climber Chris, like his old account name was Climber Chris. Me and him were talking like, let's say 2 months into Breach League. I was talking with him like we should prepare ourselves for like Legacy League because it's gonna be probably one of the best leagues ever because you can have eternals and shit. So it's gonna be a big deal to get rich in there. And then we were like preparing like what builds are we gonna play, how are we gonna play, and like what are we gonna do. And the first thing we did is like prepare like a leveling group. We got a third person, but the third person was kind of slow, but it was still decent. We got like into Merciless Strike League in like 7 hours in a 3-man group.
Okay.
It's good, but it's like it's still slow with 3 people.
Yeah,
Like you should
that's
get like
fair.
6 hours. And me and Chris, we did like Chris was like a berserker and I was a pathfinder, and he carried like the early game. Like as berserker, you can do normally at Theory at like a 60, 70.
Oh wow.
So you just do instant immediately at Theory. And since like, our preparation was pretty much do it Theory as fast as possible, get flasks, sell them, and do Uber Theory. And then if you get Uber Theory, you just pretty much snowball into the game, and then you're done. Like me and Chris, we both did Uber Theory on Saturday. Like when Friday the league came out on Friday, and Uber Theory was done on Saturday, and Shaper was done on Sunday in the morning. So
How much sleep did you get?
well, I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep the first 3 days, or like I was awake from Friday till Monday.
Wow.
Fuck.
But,
I thought I went ham. Holy crap.
It was the point when I like kind of surpassed everyone because everyone went to sleep at like Saturday, or most of it. Like the most hardcore ones went to sleep on Sunday, but I didn't sleep until Monday night. Like I literally was awake all time.
How do you guys mentally prepare for this kind of thing? Like you just start staying up later and later?
No. I have like a really good trick. Like I went to like I have things called hand grips. Like those are things that train my hand muscles. I do like 15 exercises every 2 days,
Okay.
and it's like it strengthens my muscles so that they don't get tired after a while. And like I don't know, like I don't know if you know,
You might
but
want to
like
look into that, Palab.
People who like what is this thing called? Like the when people I don't know what the English is, but also like people who like train with their hands against each other, and they use hand grips as well. It's called hand grips, and with those you can train them. And then I have another trick. I have like a medicine. I don't know, it's not medicine. It's like cream you put on your hands, and it's normally for people who like go to sports and shit. But I mean, if you play like 2 hours a day, your hands get tired as well. So you can put that cream on your hand, and it helps a lot too.
Like some lidocaine or something.
Yeah.
So on my side, the preparation was we knew from the guild we're going to have 4 push groups again. So the main push group really we didn't coordinate with that much. They have their own thing going. Was Rex, Dosh, Cooltail, Tarzan, and FG. And then the second push group is Garage, Popak, and Tony. And the third push group is Hoodlift, Bane, and Tits. And so we had talked with the second and third push group a ton the week before. We knew Fyndel was going to play. And we messaged Fyndel early in the league trying to make a deal with him to trade currency for maps and then support his Uber Shaper, Itziri, Chayula early on as much as we could by farming Chayula splinters, bitch boy trading for him, and he would feed back the maps to us at like 80% of market or 70% of market price, so we'd have the first maps, and it worked incredibly good. Like Bane, Hood, Bane, and Tits were rank 1 within the first 36 hours. Hood deleted, he rage quit and died.
That's how I got. How do I got known? Like how I got to know Vox group. Like I was awake and everyone went to sleep and I was like alone, and then I was like 80 level 80 something, and then I PM'd Bane, like the guy who was ranked 1 on the ladder, good friend of mine as well in German too. And then we just leveled, and we got like I was even in the top 10 ladder that day, even though I'm doing a zero all day long, even though I wasn't even the goal to get to the ladder. And then I got like I don't know 10 levels in like I don't know a few hours, and then I was like super high leveled. And then Uber zero was a fucking joke. Like it was literally a joke. It was for the first try without like even struggling at all.
Did you guys use like any kind of spreadsheets, any kind of Google Docs? Like, did you guys work together in that kind of aspect for any kind of pre-planning, or did you guys just have everything in your head and you
I
knew what
had
gear to
everything
buy and
prepared on
everything?
like I have 3 monitors, and of each monitor I had like all the preparation done, like when to spec where, when to reroll, when to go CI, what if I need, like for example, if something drops, what I use with this currency, like I know what to buy first. I had everything prepared, every
Okay,
single piece of
nice.
So
everything.
it's all detailed, all drawn out, really intricate.
Or like I still have all the files in my desktop.
How long
Yes.
did it take you to organize this, like your organization, to tell you what to do?
Most of these preparation were already done last season, because last season in Breach I had for similar same thing. I had 6 mirrors in Breach in the first 2 weeks. How long it took me to do this? I know it was like the last month, last month before Breach ended. It's like all like we did like a test run every 2 days, like from normal to cruel merciless, from normal to cruel. Like 1 month, pretty much.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Okay, it's a lot of preparation going into it, and it definitely paid off as you had a goal, right? Starting this league. What was
Yeah,
like what was your main goal?
well, my main goal every league is to get 10 mirrors, but I didn't reach my goal yet. So my goal is to get 10 mirrors every league.
Within Breach, you did it in 10 days, right?
I got 6 and I quit it because I just got bored. That's why I love Legacy so much. Legacy is like my favorite league ever, because I can just buy Eternal Orbs, and it's like Eternal Orbs is like the only reason I love Path of Exile, because I have a goal to like I have something to work for, and then I can use it for. Like I don't know what other people do, but without Eternal Orbs I can play Path of Exile extensively, but I just got bored. Because what do you do with 10 mirrors in your stash? I can't buy anything because I already have everything. Like look at my gear. What should I buy right now?
Yeah,
There's
same
nothing
thing
for sale.
on the prep
Craft.
side. Bane, Tits, and I got together 2 days before the league, 1 day before the league, and we broke down from level 0 to maps to level 75 every single item we would need to buy. And for the first 3 days, while they pushed, I did nothing but trade and bitch boy for them. I farmed 20 flasks off the bat in the first 45 minutes, sold the flask for a chaos apiece. I farmed 20 +1 fire scepters, 20 +1 fire wands, sold those within the first 2 hours. I had 50 chaos, and then I started flipping with the 50 chaos to get the first like 5 link 300 ES regalia on the server and give it to the push group.
Yeah, for example, Wok was level 1 or like level 10.
I was level
first
35
Tuesday.
on day 3. On day 3,
Yeah.
I still hadn't reached Merciless.
And now he's top 10 on the ladder. Like
Yeah, now I'm 102.
he did not get a single point of experience the first 3 days. And people got 100 in 6 days, so now you can imagine how much experience he missed out.
Yeah.
But on day 3, I had 31 exalts, so I was able to then fund my build and push, and then get carried by the people that we pushed. Like Tits, Bane, and Hood, even before Hoodlift deleted, had all made it to like 89 to 95 basically. And you had already found an axe and were farming Uber Shaper and Chayula at that point. That I then got to 70 and then just got carried hard in Chayula and maps with the push group. Because they were fully geared at that point. They could just carry me without even noticing me.
Is it public knowledge why he rage quit and deleted his character?
No, it's just autism.
Oh yeah, he leveled to 89. He leveled to 89, deleted his character. Leveled to 87, deleted his character, and he's leveled to 94 now. He's on his 3rd character to 94 already. He's just emo, man. He's a really good player. He got to rank 1 at level 89. He was rank 1 on the ladder, above everybody else at level 89, and then he deleted his character after he died. Go Hoodlift. Hoodlift meme for the win.
That's a hard way to go, man. I didn't realize I was so down in the chair. So, at what point I was going to go into the next point here. At what point does y'all's group actually start breaking up and doing its thing?
So I'll hit on that, and then Fyndel can back me up and give his perspective. Basically, at as soon as they can start farming normal at Zeri for scepters and belts, which is usually at what, like 72? When did you think you start farming normal at
The
Zeri?
moment you have it, the moment you can afford a tabula rasa, like if you get it drop, you can do it like at level 60, and if you don't get it drop, you get it like I don't know, like 66, 70. Like for example, me, I didn't get drop shit in the beginning, so I had to farm. I took actually chaos recipes until I get able to afford the tabula rasa. So this season I started doing normal tier at like 72, I would say, like really fucking like this league I got the unluckiest I've ever gotten in loot drops, in my opinion. People always say I'm lucky, I'm rich, everything. I literally got unluckiest most this league. Like in Breach League, I got like a scepter in the first 5 runs or something. Like the second run dropped the scepter, and then I got another scepter again. And this league, I haven't gotten a scepter in like 30 runs. It took ages to get it.
Wow.
You can see in the screenshots, he had a 5-link,
Oh, nice.
588 regalia at like 7 hours into the league, and then at 36 hours into the league, at 1 day and 12 hours, he had a 6-link 758 Val regalia. So like 1 day and 12 hours into the league, it's over, basically.
Yeah, let me post the slideshow that he's talking about. Is this Imgur right here? There's a wide assortment of images that he's put together as a slideshow that you guys can flip through, and it just kind of shows you
By the
all
way,
the kind of
in those pictures, there's one picture where I tell Walk you shouldn't tell people about our secret. That was the only reason I told him that, is because everyone who knows Walk knows that he's retarded and tells everyone everything.
Yep. Bach
So
brings I'm the Robin Hood of Path of Exile. I bring the knowledge to the people eventually.
Don't take it too serious at one screenshot. If you know Walk, like if you know Walk, then you know what I'm talking about. Like you sympathize with me.
Yep.
Oh,
I
nice.
knew you'd get a laugh out of that. So the push group. So as soon as he gets Uber on, the push groups goes from tier 7 maps to tier 12 maps. As soon as he gets an Uber, so he starts dumping us maps, and we use our currency to buy Uber sets, and we basically trade Uber sets to the boss killer for maps. Like how many times did we trade Uber sets for maps or Chayula sets for carries? Like I've probably farmed 50 Chayula sets and multiple Uber sets the day you were doing Uber in the right after you got the axe and the acuity, right? Early on.
Yeah, I got the QT a bit later, but I got the X on third run.
So let's talk about group composition. That's really important. So like the push groups, you want 1 or 2 push groups, like the Shaper, Uber, Rigwald,
For example,
Farmer.
I was the first person to enter Minotaur map.
Yeah.
And in the Minotaur map, like the rank 2 group at that time invited me to kill the boss for them, even though it was like a Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure. I think it was either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure. And
So
and then
push group.
in that group, I got like all my bases. Like I had level 84 chest, I had level 84 shield and shit.
Yep.
The push
And
groups
the
was very
bases,
important.
you have to think at this point, Huber Circlets 12 chaos, Val Regalia 18 chaos,
Warwick, I
Titanium
was one
Spears
exalted that day. One exalted up.
10 chaos, daggers, Chris's 10 chaos, rings and amulets 6 chaos. You just get flooded in currency at that point.
Yeah. I did see that, looking early on to enchant Hubris's 84, they were like 20, 25 chaos on day one, and I'm like, I'm not paying that. So I just bought like eye level 78s for like an alch, and it was still very profitable.
Yeah, I couldn't afford that either. It's just like the people that are in the group know me, and like for example, they invite me to kill the Minotaur, so I kill them the boss, for example, and then I get like the bases in there.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah, that's a good trade off.
That's nice, actually.
And
Getting all
it
your
takes
bases.
so the push group composition is generally 1 necromancer or a support, Vox dead weight as a cursor, but they don't even need me. A Val Sparker, and then some single target like Blade Flurry or Blade Vortex, some shit like that. That's like the 4-man push group. And then the boss killer is whatever build the E1s. We see a lot of CWC Firestorm, a lot of poison mechanics, a lot of Blade Vortex, some Blade Flurry. There's a lot of different good boss killers right now. So the boss killer breaks off, and the push group keeps pushing, and the push group gets insane map advantage over everyone else on the server, and insane base advantage. And they can sell the bases, buy the sets, the Shaper, Uber, Itziri, Rigwald, Chayula sets, feed those sets back to the boss farmer, and then get carried for free experience in the highest EXP activity in the game, which is Chayula again and again and again.
Yeah, and
Wait,
Kyula
wait.
gives you more maps for the people that are mapping to map.
Oh.
It's a pretty good loop actually that you guys put together.
I just want to point out, I have not played a single Chaos Orb for the T16 carry I got.
Nice.
Yep.
Like T16 map carry. Like I got invited, like, hey, you wanna do T16 map? I'm like, yo, let's go. That was on Saturday, like day one. Like imagine someone PMing you, oh yeah, you wanna do the T16 map? But I'm good friends with those people, so it's not like unexpected. I was expecting.
So would you say that having those friends and those connections and then the group that you put together is a massive contribution to how far you've gotten?
Yeah. Yes, there's no way I would have gotten so far without like no one. But I mean, you could do all this alone as well, but it would be first of all a lot more boring, and it would be a lot more like, I don't know. It would be I think in the end, if you go solo without any help, you would still get probably more currency because you end up spending and helping other people a lot too.
Yeah.
But it's so boring. Like, I don't know, I couldn't do it.
I agree. This league I started with a group and it was my fastest, most profitable, and funnest league I start so far. And I like the league in general. There's a lot of people that think that it's like a watered down flashback. But honestly, it's better. Like you get to pick what ones you want. It's not every league and it's just fucking watered down and it's like everything's activated all the time and then you have no choice. This time you have choices to combine or to combine league stones in however you want to, whatever leagues you want to run and whatever combination. I think it's great. I love it. What do you guys think so far? You loving it?
This league is I don't think this league is ever gonna get beaten in my opinion. Like I really hope that these leagues don't make it to the core game.
Yeah, we're gonna have a podcast about that league stones into the core game. So we all think it's a pretty good idea, but we're gonna go into more detail.
What I
in a future
think
podcast.
I
It'll
think
be
is
really
really sad
interesting.
is that these league stones can't drop in rare and unique, and they drop in white. Like I think this is a missed opportunity. Like you can make this way sicker. Like for example, you can make like rare ones that say the next map is gonna have 3 Chayula breaches next to each other or some shit. Like so fucking crazy shit. Like I would get hyped so
Yeah,
hard if I
unique ones
find
would be
something
cool
like that.
too. I like that.
Like I would fucking flip my table if I find something like a unique, like a unique beyond stone.
Aw.
The next map is gonna have 2 Abaxov at the same time.
Oh, nasty.
Like
Twin
there's
Abazos, yeah.
that's
I like
such
it.
missed potential. What do we have right now? We have fucking gay white stones that don't do anything. I hate that shit. When I get
Yeah.
a white stone, I just want to vendor it. I fucking hate it.
The white stones are useless.
Yeah, it sucks, but
Dude, they're great for the guild stash.
yeah, I
Everybody
mean,
eats them up.
that's true. That's
Everybody
true.
eats them up.
They're probably
Every
just
time I put
vendoring
one in there,
them.
someone takes them.
They're probably vending
Just
the 3 for
taking
1
them
to try to
and
get an
Do a
upgrade.
3 for 1. I
Well,
never
what
thought
is the
about that.
one?
No
Yeah.
wonder.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're taking the
Fuck
shitty ones and
me.
just vendoring them.
Yeah, we
So-
are rendering the city ones.
So that kind of leads us into our next topic about wealth. Wealth to start the end game. How do you guys accumulate so much wealth in such a short amount of time to really get to the end game? You kind of touched up a little bit on it, but maybe go into a bit more detail on like what is your like first? I mean, obviously it sounds like you guys go straight for end game bosses for the end game.
Straightforward theory. Like just do the content that people can't do because they're, I wouldn't say too bad, but not prepared enough.
So you got the axe, the first disfavor on in the league at 1 day and 17 hours. Like talk about how do you invest that 10 exalts and like when did
10
you
exalted,
prioritize
so-
buying the Vinktars and the +1 chavs and the big
concept,
beat
yeah.
stuff?
Those 10 exalted went immediately straight into Uber theory because if you can kill a tier once, you can kill it always. And then you just want to buy as many sets as possible because they're very cheap in the beginning. They're like Mortal Hope is like 10 chaos orbs. It's like what the fuck, and you get like so much currency to it.
Yeah, Shaper's Uber sets at that point were 27 chaos for an Uber set.
An entire set?
Mhm.
Wow.
No one can do Uber. Fyndel is the only guy. Fyndel and Chris are like Fyndel, Chris. Maybe there's 3 people doing it.
Me, Chris, and that one streamer. What is it called?
Dignity.
Dignity. Those are the 3 people who did over that time.
And you do it with Blade Vortex?
At 36 hours
Yes.
into the league, there's like 3 or 4 people doing it.
We both did with Blade Vortex. Dignity did with Cecil Totem. I even sold him my Shaper set so he can get the first Shaper.
Aw,
I could have
ain't that
done it as well, but
nice.
there's no. I don't care about first. I care about having the most efficient build. And from all those people, I've by far the most. Like I would say by far, the most optimized endgame farmer. Like I'm a Pathfinder. I have like 300 movement speed with like shield charge, everything, CI. Like I'm invincible healing machine. That just runs on steroids. I do 3 to 4, 5 minutes shaper runs, while other people do it in like 10 minutes.
He skips all the trash. It's all about efficiency.
Yeah, Legacy
Yeah.
Vinktars is pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that was the best. It was. I couldn't
A
believe
fucking
it.
retarded thing. Like, I don't even understand it.
On Saturday, there was a guy. I PM him. Hey, I can like. It was really early on. Like nobody had currency, right?
Right.
I just sold my X and had like currency for map drops. I PM him. Hey, can I have your Legacy Winters flask for 10x? And he's like, yeah, why not? And I couldn't
Wow.
believe my eyes. Like when I saw that flask and when I had the flask in my inventory, I was like, dude, this league is gonna be crazy. Because as
Yeah.
Pathfinder, you don't want to know how much. Like, you probably know, but as Pathfinder, when you get 1 additional flask, that
Yep.
means so much. Like I was able to use a sulfur flask with 60, like sulfur flask of alchemist sulfur flask. It's 40% damage, then you get 50% extra from Pathfinder, and you get 20% or 25% from alchemist roll. So you get 60% increased damage by just pressing 1 flask. That's insane.
And Legacy,
That's
the
ridiculous.
Relic Vinktars right now are 45x plus, 45 to 50x. You got it for a
Fuck.
fifth of the cost.
But I'm really sad.
It's worth it.
The thing is, if I didn't buy the winter flask, I could have gotten the 249 40 chefs for 20x as well. But someone else, I couldn't buy it because I didn't have enough currency. And that chest goes for like, I don't know, 150x right now or something.
And you had Vinktars 48 hours into the league, right?
Yes,
The Legacy.
yes. That was my first investment. Like, if anyone asks me what they should buy first, I always say 6 Link, and then I say Winters.
Really?
Huh.
You
That
need 6
important.
Links. No, not Legacy Winters. I'm talking about the normal Winters flask.
Yeah, just in general. 6
Yeah,
Link, then Vinkters.
Yes.
And then
Everything
Legacy
what
Vinktars
do you
after
need?
that?
Like your weapon. Yeah,
Well,
your
just in
weapon.
general.
Yeah, your weapon is like 1 chaos item. Your helmet is a 1 chaos item. Yeah. I really don't know why nobody's using Mingsad. Like Mingsad is fucking insane. Like you use
Especially
Pathfinder.
if you back to back
As
to back.
Pathfinder, you can use as Pathfinder, like the roller class that gives you 30% all resist. As Pathfinder, that's like 50% all resist. You don't like right now. I stand in my hideout. I don't have a single resistance left. I have more chaos resist as I have cold and fire resist, lightning resist. I don't know why not everyone is using a Mingsad. It even got buffed last patch. It only gives you reduced 10% instead of 15. Like Mingsad is by far my favorite item after Winters, and the most powerful item. Like Wings is insane.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of these uniques that got reworked in the patch that I think people are just ignoring because the patch was so massive and so many uniques were changed.
They just don't know.
They just
Especially,
it drops and they just leave it on the ground because they have no fucking clue that it got awesome.
in the first 3 days of the league, you can't Elrond craft your rings either, so they're even better at that point.
Do you still
Which
use
can-
a Ming's Heart?
I use both Mingsards. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Even though I use 2 Mingsard, even though I have billions of Exalted. I could right now could use Essence crafted Chaos damage, perfect double ES rolled rings. What I use fucking Mingsards.
Well, I mean, 20% of physical damage gained is extra chaos damage. That's pretty massive alone.
That's 40% together, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
And you get free chaos resistance, but it's pretty handy for Jayula runs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like what 63 at the top end if you get perfect Ming's Hearts. That's pretty amazing.
No, I have my Wings Heart corrupted. That's where the sick shit comes in. I corrupted both my Wings Heart to get cast speed on them. So both of my Wings Heart, one of them gives 5% cast speed, and the other one gives 6%. And Blade Vortex gets 0 cast speed on the tree. And that cast speed really comes in handy. And those Wings Heart, that's why I'm saying, why does a Wings Heart cost 1 chaos orb when you can like do so much content with it? Like I bought mass bought Wingstart. My friends bought them for me because I'm too lazy for that shit, and just corrupted it with one ups. It's I don't know. I don't get it.
How many Ming's hearts have you bought?
Wait a second. I think you can screenshot in the Twitch
Yeah,
chat.
I see the screenshot. That's why I'm asking. Is that everyone you've tried? I'm guessing you're corrupting all of those in your inventory.
Yeah, it's like one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one chaos up. I link it in this in Twitch.
Yeah, if you guys are looking at the okay, there it is. He posted it for you.
Push is a website. It's not no
He's
harm.
just apparently just corrupting all of them. All of them in the world.
They're all corrupted, all of them.
But why? There's no good corruptions on the ring.
Cast speed.
That's sweet.
Wow, that's it. Or it's like how much?
5 to 6%. That's insane. That's 2 notes in the tree. 6%.
What isn't
Yeah,
the
it's
implicit
insane for
chaos?
poison
spreads?
double dip, blade vortex.
Yeah, I
Yes,
guess he doesn't
chaos.
need it.
I was
But
CI in the
you're using it for
beginning,
the
and
chaos res.
well, you don't like it's at some certain point. The chaos resist gets like almost useless. Like if you have 2 Minks hard, you get 8 almost 100% chaos res, right? Like
Well,
Yeah.
plus, you're
you-
using Aziri's flask. I don't know if you're still using that, but that gives you
Yeah,
chaos res as
yeah,
well, and you're a Pathfinder. It's always up.
yes,
You're
you
maxed
100%
every time, all the
yeah,
time.
max. You max chaos resist with 2 Minks hard with
Oh,
Aziri's
really?
flask.
Oh yeah, with
Yes.
that series, right.
Yeah, you have permanent flasks up, so like if you don't have permanent flask as a Pathfinder, you're not playing Pathfinder
There's a
properly.
problem. Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, that brings us pretty much into the trading part of this topic of this podcast here. Let's get into some trading, a little bit of trading here. What can you guys tell us about early league trading? Like, what do you guys do at the very beginning of the league, trading wise? What are you looking for? What are what are you doing?
Recruit bitch boys and flip, and have the 100 live searches that you want up and running for your gear and for stuff that you're going to flip.
Yeah, well, I can
prepared before
recommend
the
it.
league.
Okay,
But I
so
can recommend.
explain your bitch boy thing here.
Wait, before I explain it, what I can recommend you guys doing is before the league starts, put all the items you want to search on PoE trade and put them on standard league, and then when the league starts, you just swap it to the new league, and then you already have your items searched. Like I had like 20 live searches running while I was leveling, even though like.
Yeah, we did the same thing. It's a very good tip.
Okay.
Very
Okay,
good
okay.
tip. Yeah,
Okay,
so
then-
essentially what he's saying is you go to PoE.trade, you search the item that you want to look for in standard, and that gives you there's like a little link at the top hand side. Use that URL, copy paste it, put in like an Excel sheet or put it in like a Word doc or however you want to keep track of it. And then when the new league starts and once PoE trade is updated, you click on the link and it'll go to standard obviously, but then you just change it to the new league and now you hit live search and now you have however many live searches you want to have up and ready to go. There's no time preparation. You're preparing prior to the league and it saves you a lot of time during the league.
Especially on jewels, I got this 3 proper jewel, like 3 proper. Like a 3 proper jewel is a lot of damage for blade vortex, especially because all of the shit double dips. I got one of those for 2 chaos orbs while I was leveling. Like it was kind of useless to buy it that early, but I got it really cheap. Now I was still using it like a few days ago.
Wow.
And you can search. You can
And
search
you can resell
like the best thing to live search for, like shields that have a hybrid roll but no flat ES or no percentage ES, or
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not
glove
into flipping. I just search for my own gear. Yeah.
things that can be divined, things that can be finished on the bench easy and resold. But live search, like jewels, like he's talking about, I bought 100 jewels that I regaled and then resold for 5 times what I paid for.
Yeah, definitely. And now Vok can go ahead and explain the quote unquote bitch boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear about that a
So-
little bit because not everybody has this access to bitch boys. So I mean, I can't just go out and give me a team of bitch boys to do my bidding for me.
Prostitutes.
So
We pay them well. I think Fyndell's #1 trader has twice the wealth that I have at this point. It's hilarious.
My number 1 trader does 10x for drops a day, doing nothing and selling maps. That's all he does. At
Yep.
least 10x.
so you're just
You give
giving
them-
maps
you give them
constantly and
50%?
just
So yeah, explain the concept of a bitch boy. Say nobody's ever heard of bitch boy in this concept.
because the way you're explaining it now doesn't really sound like a bitch boy.
Sounds like
So
you're the
the-
bitch. They're taking advantage of you, huh?
So I'll give you an example. The push group wants to go chain Chayula breaches.
Right.
But to buy Chayula breaches is, like, let's say at the point we were buying them, they were 2 exalts and 20 chaos. But the splinters
No,
still sell
that's way too
for,
much. That's way too much.
No, that's what they were selling for on PoE trade. 2
Right.
exalts and 20 chaos, right?
No.
And
It was for like
and-
2x, and we gave them 2x 10 chaos for bitch boying.
at the point that we were buying them for 2x, they were selling for 2.5x. The first couple of Chayula breaches were the day that Chocolate bought 50. They were 2.5 exalts or 100 chaos, and we were buying them for 85 chaos and paying the bitch boys 115 chaos. So basically, what you do is you round up a whole bunch of people that want to have like 20 or 30 chaos and want to double that 20 or 30 chaos every 10 minutes. And what you tell them is, look, you can go buy splinters from PoE trade, find somebody that has 17, 18, and offer them 85% of the market value, but agree to buy all of them. And most people will make that deal. But the bitch boy's got to take a bunch of time to go collect 100 of those. He might have to make 7 or 8, maybe 15 trades. And so we deploy the bitch boys. Some of them start at the bottom of the list. Some of them start at the top of the list. Some of them use different uncapped trade tools, because on PoE trade you can only see 100 trades. But on Lykoff's trade tool, for example, you can see every single one that exists. So like on day 3, there were 700 listings for splinters, and the splinters were a chaos apiece. But Lykoff can pay 0.85 chaos to buy them. So he would spend 85 chaos to buy 100 splinters, and we would pay him 115 chaos. So every 10 minutes,
That's a
every
nice
10
little
minutes, he
markup.
would make 30 chaos in profit.
So you're actually treating your bitch boys well, is what you're saying.
Incredibly
Yes.
well.
Like my bitch boys, I think are the best paid bitch boys in this league.
Lykoff, not Lykoff.
You probably pay them so well they don't even care about being called a bitch boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now the bitch boy has like this negative connotation that you should call it something else now.
Yeah.
If you're paying them, they're like contract workers or some shit. Okay?
No, we gotta keep it. We gotta think of a really good name for them.
Yes, it's contract workers is much more. And that's where I come. I come from the contracts side of the world in real life, and that's what it is. We make contracts with them. We make little mini corporations, mini pyramid scheme shell corporations within corporations.
Yeah, you do. You had
And
me
we do
picking
it.
up scraps out of a map just so I can get my shit together to craft because my hand hurts too much. You had me picking up everything. I'll give you 50% of this. And then, you know what? I had nothing, and I needed a craft, so I said, fuck it.
But I mean, how many Chayula stones do you think you've bought this league so far, Fyndel? You have a spreadsheet of everyone you've run, and Chris has a spreadsheet.
I have a spreadsheet of all I did, but I would have to add it up. Like I have, like it's not one spreadsheet.
Just
like,
ballpark.
300 to 400, maybe.
Wait, what day is today? It's Monday, right?
Right.
I did 20 each day, and every like third day I did 50. So I did this since Monday. It's Monday, 5, 7, 8. 8 times 20 is how much? 160. Plus 50, 50. I did 260 Chayulas around that.
That sounds about right.
Let's say 300 Chayulas.
How many blessings out of all those?
Well,
40%. I can tell it. It's like 40%. Like what for me? It's like 40% drop ratio. Like if you do 50 Chayulas, you get around 20 to 25. If you do around 20, you get around 12 to 15. It depends on your RNG. It's always around that.
Like how many league of those 260, 300 Chayulas did the most successful bitch boy bring you? I think Chocolate brought you probably 50, maybe.
Yeah, probably like 50, so and he bought
that. So he made Chocolate, our bitch boy, who plays on a laptop with a 5400 RPM hard drive and Intel HD graphics. Right, he can't play the game.
Right.
He uses TeamViewer from work to trade to bitch boy for us, and team viewing from his work to his shit laptop made 25 exalts in 5 days, bitch boying Chayula breachstones to us.
I could actually do the exact same thing. Man, I have the same setup. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but for me, yeah, I like the remote desktop setup, and then I've got a good computer instead.
my main bitch boy is doing the same thing. Every time he works, he team views his PC so he can so he can answer me when I have questions. Like it's kind of fucked up.
It's kind of cool. You've got like a bitch boy on demand.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the other aspect of trading. Like Fyndel, talk about what you invested in on day 2 to day 7. Like where have you invested your wealth?
Like very different kind of wealth. Like wealth that goes up. Mirror. Like I bought Skyforce for 20x. They're 30x also now. I bought Headhunter for 30. Like I actually like the guy found a deal with a Headhunter that I bought and I gave him like a fee for it. That Headhunter is worth 40x. I got my Headhunter for like 27x.
So
Yeah,
are these deals that you find? Are your bitch boys finding these deals? Or are you finding
No,
them
no,
with like a
no,
live
that's me.
search?
Well,
Like,
the currency I like, the whole currency I have that I do by myself. Like most of the items I have are items I use as well, so it's like kind of normal that they go up. Like not normal, that's what I mean. That I buy those items because I need them, and then they get more obviously because like scalpers always go up.
okay.
And have like mirrors, Eternals, like all of that shit. Like I bought Eternals for 5 to 6x, now they're 8x. I bought my mirror for cheap, now it's more as well.
I bought Legacy Shavs Revelation for 2x, the 5-link Shavs for 4x. I got Taste of Hate, one of the first Legacy Taste of Hates for 5x. Legacy Roommate 4017 Near Perfect Roll
I
for
didn't even tell you this.
5x.
Yes. I bought my Sin's Rebirth flask for 60 Chaos Orbs. It's 4-5x now.
Wow.
I bought my
Yeah,
Yeah,
crystal
I think we
bell.
bought ours at 2.5x.
Oh yeah.
But
I
this
bought
was,
my
I don't even remember what the X or the chaos was. Actually, it actually might be around 60 chaos now that I think about it. It was really early on. We saw a good deal on it.
yeah. Same. I bought my crystal belt for 10 Chaos Orbs because in the first day nobody's CI, so the crystal belt don't go for that much. But I don't care. I wasn't the point. Like when I bought my crystal belt, I was not playing CI either. But it was so cheap. It saves you so much money.
Yeah. It's so weird that you would think that like the people that are getting like say day one, they're getting into the crystal ball territory. You would think that they would have the knowledge to know how much those things are worth, or do you think that they're just selling it cheap because they
Uh,
want currency to like is it
some,
worth saving items that are worth more later on, or is it worth just selling it to get liquid currency?
It depends. Some people need currency to push harder. Like need to sell stuff cheap so they can push faster to T60 maps because then they make even more money there. When you get there, you can sell the bases. So you make a profit selling some stuff cheap and selling it and getting more out of later. And there are other people who just don't give a fuck, and then there are other people who just don't know. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Talk about trying to buy a mirror for the first 7 days, and
yeah.
people are
Like
learning. People
I
are
was
learning.
like mirrors is like it's like stock market. You invest into something that you think it goes up, but you know it's like this is like an easy stock market. It's like this is the stock market for children. It's like you know that the mirror goes up, even though like everyone knows the mirror goes up, but still, people still buy it. So
Right.
you just buy a mirror and then it goes up after price every day. And I had the buyout on mirror like not like on PoE trade you can put like I want to buy a mirror and offer that one. I was the highest offering person for a mirror for like the last entire week and I only got one mirror so far because nobody's selling the mirrors. Like people got smarter with that shit. I had 6 mirrors in breach in the second week. Like 1 week from now, I had 7 mirrors. 6 mirrors.
What do you think your net worth is in, like, if you measured your net worth in mirrors or in exalts right now? What do you think it is with all the items you have?
Net worth like 500-600x.
Yeah.
That's
On
about
day
six.
7.
That's about 6 mirrors, right?
What are mirrors today? 55?
Like for example,
Sounds
what
like
some guy in the
Okay.
chat, what guy in the chat brings up, like you are talking about people selling crystal beds for 10 chaos orbs. There are people who already sell their currency for real life money on those two. Like you think about like why would anyone sell their currency for real life money on day 2? Like that makes no sense, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
There's always people who sell stuff. Like even like that's what I just wanted to point out for the crystal bed. There's always someone who sells something, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, with so many people playing all at the same time, I mean, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, 112,000 people on at the
Yeah.
first day.
Like,
It's so
like
good.
you have to think like an idiot. Like you cannot think like a smart person. You're like, nah, no one is gonna sell that shit. There's always one retard who sells you something. Like you just have to, you have to be look out and watch. Like obviously not always it's gonna be always someone selling me something, but just try it, and once it's gonna work out.
Now there is one thing that I've been noticing with the market. Okay, so now we all know about Pee Wee Trade's live search. A lot of people use that.
Mhm.
And then
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know.
the thing that has been like kind of a questioning or a question that I had, maybe if you guys have experienced the same thing or how do you handle it? So everybody has live searches up. We'll say Taste of Hate. We'll say it's going for 3x, whatever I'm just hypothetical situation. They're going for 3x, whatever they are, and then some guy lists it for 60 chaos because he just doesn't know. He just wants 60 chaos. He doesn't care.
All comes
Obviously,
out,
he's gonna get
yeah.
spammed by like 50 people, right?
Mhm.
Or more. So
No, that's not obvious. He's not going to. because I'm using a private indexer and that I troll. I don't use GGG API. I troll forum data and I use the API as well. I'm going to still have 30 seconds to 2 minutes ahead of PoE trade, even if PoE trade is working perfectly. And at this point in the league, PoE trade is lagging like hell.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
PoE trade is 5 minutes behind me. You saw the chaos that was posted for 100 chaos that the guy bought for 5 exalts. Like, I missed that. Fyndel missed that. But like, we get
I was sleeping at the time.
We get tons of things minutes before they hit PoE trade. Like, I've been buying reliquary keys for 57% of what they go for on PoE trade, sniping them with indexers. And you can go to the PoE developer Reddit forum and download any of 10 indexers that exist. Many that use the API, and many that don't even use the API, that trawl the river, trawl the forums for things that are posted.
So you're saying a bunch of people are using this to advantage over the normal people using PoTrade, and that's pretty much why a lot of people are getting fucked on a lot of stuff.
They're using it on the dark side, like, so you don't know about it. Like, we don't know about it. Like, there's people like the thing is, the people who know about this are the people that work on the dark side of PoE, like the RMTers, the flippers, the people who live from this game. Like, they have private indexes, search everything, sell that shit. Nobody notices it because you're just like, we're casual gamers who just play the game for fun, and they are like people who make millions of dollars, like millions of thousands of dollars.
And people say, "Oh, this can't be done. You can't index that fast." One of the indexers I use rents a Chinese Bitcoin farm for an hour, so they have 3,000 seeds, 3,000 server seeds, indexing the forums, and they can index it 3,000 times faster than an individual.
You don't want to know how many people get scammed every minute. It's like insane. Like, I don't even know how many items. Like, I think there are indexers who search so fast that it doesn't even get posted on PoE trade. Like, like someone posts a chef for 1 kilo subs, he buys it, and then it doesn't even get posted on PoE trade because it's already sold.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of Reddit posts. There's a lot of people in chat asking for proof. There's countless Reddit posts right now that are like talking about these other programs besides PoE Trade, and there's proof. There's plenty of proof there. There's screenshots. There's links to the actual indexers themselves. This is definitely not tinfoil hat material. This is legit 100%. I mean, it's definitely
everybody's at least experienced this, because I'm sure everybody has one thing that they're looking at and monitoring on PoTrade. Like, I've got at least 2 things, and I cannot buy them at all. Like,
but I talked about this for hours back in August of 2015 when Mirrorgate, when I brought and told everybody about meta modding. I talked about the high frequency trading and the private indexers and the functionality of private tool sets like a year and a half ago, and tons of things have improved. We got live searching, we got a dedicated API, PoE trades working better with GGG, the acquisition monopoly ended. So many things are better, but there's still, just as much as PoE trades developed over that last year and a half, the private tool set has developed at the same pace, if not a faster pace. And the private tool set is as advanced and has a greater feature set today as it did a year and a half, 2 years ago. Until GGG solves the freaking problem and puts trade in game, this is going to be this type of
you know what's the sad part about this?
Additional opportunity is going to exist for people that use private tools.
You know what the sad part about this? We haven't even talked about bottles yet. Like, this is just the dark side of part of Excel with the index searches. Now we have, like, there's even worse shit going on with bottles.
Yeah.
Like, part of Excel is really some, like, what's going on in the dark side of part of Excel. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, but this I don't want to talk about all that stuff.
We could talk about that another day if there's enough demands.
I'm just saying, like if you guys think indexing is a problem, like, botting is even worse.
Yeah.
Like, indexing is our least problem. Like, you don't go guys, don't go mad on Reddit and flame around. Indexing is our least problem right now. Like, you don't even realize when you get scammed.
What's our main problem?
The main problem is just people like. What do you mean about bots? Or about indexing?
Bots are the main problem, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay. So bots are the main problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, indexing is not the problem because you're getting scammed without even noting. Like, you never realize that you missed the shelves.
Yeah. Yeah, but the trades can occur before PoE trade ever even sees it.
That's fucked.
Yeah, but I mean, GG is not stupid. I think they know about the shit. Like, it's gonna get fixed. Like, I know the GG is gonna fix the shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, those people at GG are stupid. Like, yeah, this is their main game. Like, if people aren't that shit away all the time, they know that shit. Like, I can't believe that. I cannot believe they're not doing anything instead. There's probably just no point. They can't do anything right now against it because the trade, like, they're probably making up some kind of new trading system so that it gets immediately fixed as well. So I wouldn't worry about this. I wouldn't more worry about bots and shit. Like, just.
But the dream, the promised land is full in-game trade functionality with fast indexing and in-game trade searching that indexes in the game, shutting down all the third-party tools, all the good open third-party tools, and all the not-so-great private third-party tools.
POA trade, don't want that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think
Well-
it should be in game. There's a lot of things that should be in game, unfortunately.
I mean, it's kind of out of Trade's hands. I mean, I'm sure there's some things he could try to do, but I mean, when people are going under, sniping him, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But hey, so the last point that I want to talk about on trading is high frequency trading. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
High volume trading. Is that was? I think that's the
Yeah,
technical
it's like
phrase that we're
it's like for high value trading, high volume trading. Like,
high
you just need
volume trading.
you just need a lot of currency, right?
Are you talking about like currency flipping, or are you talking about in general just doing a lot of trading?
I mean, it just means like 50, like that I just run around with 50 Jewel stones in my stash without even running them. That's what
But
you mean, right?
another example of that is there's a guy in our guild who hasn't really played at all, but has 7 mirrors already, and you can
Okay,
look
4.
at his shop. He's got you can look at his shop. He's got 500 plus ES shields, 250 plus sword gloves, 400 plus hubris circlets. He just dominates and monopolizes the ES meta market, and he doesn't craft. He just flips and divines and maybe slams exalts every now and then, trying to hit on ES items. He'll buy like a base for 5 exalts, slam it, and sell it for 20 if he hits it. And if he loses, well, he's lost 5 exalts. And he just buying the ES meta, and he also plays with crit spell cold daggers a little bit. He's made like 7 mirrors. It's the guy that linked 4 mirrors earlier, Fyndel.
I know. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like crafting in this game. It's definitely fun, but I could definitely see the advantage of having special searches set up in Poetrade to catch the items that have like maybe a hybrid and a flat, and then if you slam percent, you're in the game, or vice versa. If you need to slam percentage and flat or whatever, setting up searches that where if you slam and you hit it, you make like an ass ton more money. I could definitely see very good profit
Right.
in that.
So what are your strategies for this, Fock? I mean, I thought honestly, I thought it was more along the lines of what you do with your maps when you're selling bulk ass maps because they sell.
They sell really
Well,
fast.
there's that too. Like all Fyndel's done all league is kick the maps down to his bitch boy. How many maps do you think you sell a day, Fyndel? 300?
300, yeah.
Yeah. So Fyndel's selling 300 T12 plus maps a day, and
A lot of money.
we move him in packs of 10, and we move him through. He moves them through a trader, and the same thing.
So you sell a pack of 10 maps, is what you're saying.
Yeah, minimum.
How are you selling these maps?
How are you selling them by the pack?
I have no clue how the guy's selling them my maps. I just know he's selling them. So
okay.
How you mainly how I sell them is I tell people to go to PoE Ninja, and I tell them if they buy 10, I'll sell them at 90% of PoE Ninja rates, and if they buy 20, I'll sell them at 85% of PoE Ninja rates, and every 10 more they buy, I'll give them a discount down to 75%. So
you have like a macro explaining this, because that would be really annoying to have to explain it to everybody.
Yes.
Okay,
I do.
as I say, that makes
Locke likes to talk, as you can notice.
Well, that's true. But I mean,
I've tried in the live searches, I tried to make a freaking subreddit last league where I posted a whole bunch of live searches and shared live searches with people, and no one wanted to share their live searches.
I checked it out
this
league.
40 or 50 live searches, and it completely died. I'm like, so the answer is everyone thinks they're rich. Everyone like J-Dog and this Taliban Benny noob think they know everything in the game, and they think they have all these secrets that nobody else knows, and so they don't want to share their information. But it's not a secret. You don't have secrets. So
I mean, yeah, I just wanted to thank
Oh,
Vok or thank both of you again, Vok and Fyndel, for coming on here, because this is something that you guys are shooting yourself in the foot, like in multiple different ways. Like Kyula shards are going to go up in price. I mean, you guys are going to make money. Obviously, you know how. There's other ways, I'm sure.
Nobody's asked Fyndel about his build yet. Nobody's asked Fyndel about the items he bought that he.
Well,
that he hasn't.
the build's
Nobody knows
being
about.
displayed.
Well, I mean, we
Elemental
are.
hit, yeah, we see.
I've been a little vague about a couple of those things.
Right, and I don't expect you guys to reveal secrets.
Grill you on it.
Yeah, exactly. If
you
there's
want to be
something,
vague,
I don't care if I shoot myself in the foot and everybody else along with me.
yes, that's why people love to hate you. That is why every time we posted this podcast on Reddit, it got auto downvoted to 0% every time.
Which is insane, because every single podcast we've had has been over 70% upvoted. Every single one of them that we've had, no matter who's on it, it doesn't even matter who was on it. The moment I posted anything with Vok in the name, all of a sudden it went to 0% upvoted the entire time. It has no points. I don't even think now it's still.
So thanks for ruining our image, Vok.
Yeah,
it's because
it still has 1 point right now.
J-Dog goes out and spends his weed money on downvote bots to downvote everything I post and everything with my name in it. Thanks, J-Dog.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
70%.
But yeah, 70%. Like, that's pretty damn good for a Reddit post. Every single one of them to have above 70. I'm stoked. That's awesome. That means people are enjoying the podcast. And I love doing it. So it's great. It's overall just great. But let's keep moving along. High volume Kyula farming with Magic Find. So Magic Find in the past hasn't really been that profitable because it's just slower. And everybody always says, typically you want to just go fast, and that's your quantity. You don't need Magic Find gear, because just go fast. So what have you guys been doing with Magic Find in Kyula farming?
So Kyula farming, you have in Kyula, you know, like everyone knows, the breaches, they have a certain time. You cannot finish them faster as the timer goes. Like you can only finish them as a timer.
Right.
So you there's no point in going faster and you're already max speed. So we got a Magic Finder, especially with quantity gear, and the quantity gear just makes us drop more loot. Pretty simple.
So do you have like a Magic Find color? Is that the Power Siphon guy in the video here?
Yes, it's Power Siphon guy in the video. Like right now we have a Sparker, but the Sparker sucks cock.
Do you have the Magic Find stats that he uses? Like what percentage quantity and rarity? Just a ballpark, maybe.
Like it's like 140 quantity and like 200 rarity.
Yeah, quantity is one of the obviously the most important things, and obviously if you guys look in the video, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I know there's a spreadsheet that like I know a lot about Magic Finding. Like I have any spreadsheets that explain at what ratios Magic Find is the best, and the best spot of Magic Finding is around 300 rarity, 100 quantity. That's where you get like the best drops in average. Like getting more quantity or getting more rarity than that is like nice, but you're not going to see an insignificant improve of loot drops. It's gonna be more, but not like way more.
That reminds me back in Diablo 2 days where you had like the rarity and well, I don't know if there was no quantity, but rarity thresholds where like essentially people would find like the exact number that you wanted to hit so that you would have like the best chance versus speed, you know, like there's like that always there's that threshold that you want to get to, and once you hit that threshold, going above that isn't that much beneficial or that more, you know, it's not worth it essentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, obviously in the video you can see that it's not really that important for him to be calling everything. I'm guessing just he calls whatever the hell he can call, and then you guys are just killing whatever else. And why don't you guys call the boss? A lot of people have been asking that.
That's because of my paranoid. Like every time I call the boss, he drops dog shit. So I told him, like every time the Magic Finder comes, like we already tested it. We did 6-man Chayula boss, and it died up pretty much the same speed. Every time the fucking cooler pulls the boss, it drops literally 0 items. I don't know why.
Wow, that's weird.
GG silently,
I mean,
you guys because y'all broke it last league.
I mean, I don't mean he drops 0 items. He drops no blessings. Like he doesn't drop his own items. That's what I meant.
Right.
Like he does drop a shit ton of rares.
Well, y'all were pushing that quantity, or y'all were doing 6-man on Kyula all last league, right?
Yeah. So talk about that though. Every player in the group gives 50% quantity, Fyndel. You think?
25% quantity or 25% rarity, 10% quantity.
And then the color's got 620 IIR, 120 IIQ. Fyndel like balled out and bought the color full legacy culling gear as quick as possible, and like all the necessary culling items to max out the magic find in the breach. So the power siphon color is culling hard, and if somebody does too much damage, it is throw on southbound so they don't kill stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
People are asking, like, why would I, like, what am I doing while I'm waiting for the Trailer group to go up? I'm just doing shape all day long. I link the screenshot in the chat.
And the group that comes, we come just for the experience. So that's the symbiotic relationship again, right? The 5 people, everybody wants to come. Like they're like fights to get a spot in the fucking 30 Chilua runs, 50 Chilua runs. People get butthurt when they don't get a spot.
Yeah,
so
first of all,
like,
they get butthurt, even though they have no like. I see people getting butthurt, not getting invited into the Chilua group, even though they have not helped me at all. Like I invited 5 people that helped me the most. I know the most and did the most for me. Those are the
and you
5
gotta be
people I
able to
invited.
trust them because
Is
we're
it on?
running
Oh,
FFA.
it's on free for
and
all,
we're not-
right?
we don't pick up anything. Fyndel loots 100% of the map. We pick up what he tells us we can pick up.
Gotcha.
They can pick up every rare item in there besides jewels. Like they can pick up diamond rings, 2 stone
I
rings,
see
amulets,
Huberses.
everything.
Yeah, there's all the kinds of stuff. You're just leaving Valorgalias, jewelry, nothing.
You
You're picking up
see
like
that-
currency and stuff like that.
Yes.
There's a screenshot in the screenshot somewhere that shows his stash at the end of 20 runs. And it's got like 12 blessings in it, exalted orbs, tons of chaos, all the loot. Crazy.
I got level 97 just from Chilua runs.
Yeah, last league.
Damn.
Speaking like the talking about like just getting people to come in. Last league Zizaran was doing a very similar thing for not Cayula breaches, but the other ones.
No,
He
did
just had
he did
people
exactly
come
the same
in.
thing.
Yeah, he just had people come in, and they could give him stones, or they didn't. They didn't have to. They could give him stones, and if they did, then they got the boss drop. And then if they didn't, they're just there to give him increased quantity and rarity.
Exactly. I did exactly the same
That's it.
thing Cicero did. I copied it exactly from him. I 1-to-1. I was watching the stream. I was like,
It's a very good thing. It's great. It's a
I'm
win-win
doing
for
Chilua.
everyone, and people think it's
Yeah.
scam, but it's not.
No, it's you get paid for experience.
Yep.
Like I was watching Cicero, I was like, why am I not doing this? I have an insane huge guild, like not I, but I know it's insane huge guild, and I know people who push the ladder. Why don't I just invite people when I do Chayulas? I like the screenshot in Twitch chat. This is the currency that just dropped from 50 Chayula runs that I just picked up. Like this is not currency I was trading. This is just the currency I got picking up.
And it's not risky. I mean, in 300 runs, we failed run. Tell them how we failed the one run we failed.
In the 300 run, we failed 1 run because our support disconnected. Then we waited on him while the run was going on. And then it was like, nah, let's continue, guys. And then we continued the run while time was already going all the time. And then nobody was checking the timer either, and then we just failed.
Like we were so complacent that we were just shooting the shit. No one out of 6 people, no one noticed that the necromancer support, which provides half the DPS, disconnected. And so we're just shooting the shit, looting stuff like we normally do because we normally have unlimited time.
Right.
And
Wait.
monsters stop spawning. And Fyndel was like, "What the fuck?"
Can you the video is what's running on the Twitch channel right now? That was the. Can you like go back in like 1 minute or
No,
something?
it wasn't in this video.
Yeah, you
it
want me to
wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah, go back 1 minute. Go back 1 minute.
sure.
That was where we did that 6-man Chayula. Like, just go look 1 minute back, like the last run.
105. I think this might be it. What am I looking for in this one?
Yeah, just 1 minute back.
Yeah, you'll see a delay. I don't. What am I looking for when?
That was like people are asking about why am I not cooling the boss and like how much HP does the boss have like when 6 people are in it. And in this run we tested the boss with 6-man HP, like how fast he's gonna die, and you guys gonna see how much DPS Blade Vortex actually does. Like
Let me see if I can get to the boss here.
Yeah, he still drops the boss in less
Okay,
than
yeah,
15
here you go. So this is with 6 men still on the map. Oh, and they don't even come in. It's just you. Okay.
yeah, but the boss still has HP. Like they're in the area. Like he takes from outside.
Right.
Like
Now let's talk about
This is
that.
This is 6-man HP Chayula boss. 6-man HP.
Takes
Look at
much
the HP now.
longer, but yeah, it's not too bad.
Look at it. 6-man HP. I mean, obviously it's slower, but it's 6-man HP. You know how much HP that is?
Yeah, it's still pretty impressive.
Like I saw people on Reddit do this 1-man HP and it took them way longer. This is 6 times as much.
Are you running a level 28? Level 28
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, 28, but 26 Blade Vortex.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Like
26. I get +1 range.
last league, a lot of people thought that there was a huge argument between people that had run Chayula hundreds of times, and some people were on side A and some people were on side B of this argument. And the argument was, does player quantity affect breach lords in breach stones more than just dropping tier 1 uniques? Does it affect the blessings, the United in Dreams, the jewels, the chests, etc., the breach drops? And some people thought it did. They thought it wasn't like Shaper, wasn't like Uber, wasn't like the council where the drops were tabled, but that player quantity affected loot. The consensus this league is two things. One, it definitely does not affect loot, whereas it may have affected loot in the
Yeah, we
past.
tested it.
It doesn't affect loot now. Having 6-player doesn't affect your chance to get a blessing, a United in Dream, a jewel, or any breach lord drop.
We did, like,
It only affects the boss's other loot. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, from our table of 500, 600 runs that we've Google Doc'd between a couple of runners, the drop rates of some of the items have for sure changed. While the drop rates of Blessing remain the same at 51%, the drop rates of United and Dream and the jewels has changed. Don't you think, Fyndel?
It could be like I think that some item drops, like the jewels, got a little bit reduced because they went up in price too. Like, I have the feeling when I did this, like the first day, like on Sunday and Monday, I think that really everything had a way higher drop chance. Like, I feel like the GGG, like, they have to do it because more people are farming this and it would be worthless. So everyone, I think they're like without telling us, reducing the drop rate of all the items by small percentages. So it first of all gets less valuable and it doesn't flood the market, so everything is worthless.
Now, do you think that it's just that, or do you think that because it's such a small sample set, even at 500, that's still a fairly small sample set, do you think that it could just be RNG playing into factor?
Could be RNG, yeah.
Could be.
RNG.
So yeah, so for the most part, you guys have the numbers to go off of 500. 500 is a fairly large sample set, but in the grand scheme of things, it's fairly small.
So what are your numbers? What are your numbers right now, Fyndel, for the different breach ward drops? Do you have that table up?
Like every 10 rounds, like you should get average every 10 rounds you should get what cutlass drop, like that's the sword. You mean that, or what do you mean?
Yeah. Tell me your percentages
every 10 rounds you get a cutlass, and every
so
like
10%
20,
on the cutlass.
and every 15 rounds you get one jewel drop, and every third or fourth round you get chest drop.
Compared to what? Like, how was it last league?
Half the runs on average you get a blessing.
Last league it was like every 3 rounds it's cutlass.
DNR?
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Jewel. By the way, now you guys can watch on the stream that 1-man HP boss. Like, I didn't do that much Chayura farming last league. You better have to ask Chris. Like, I didn't have not that these big sample sizes last league, so I can't really tell you. I don't know.
Yeah.
So from what I've experienced from the, we've done about 20 Chayula runs so far. We only got one chest. Is that abnormal? I think we've gotten a blessing from every single run except for, I think we not failed, but I think we didn't hit it with 2 runs. We didn't get a blessing. We've only been completely dicked over once, like not gotten anything. But it's either been a blessing, a sword, or a jewel, or both. Like, we've gotten a couple double runs. Like, I guess we've been lucky, but it's only been, about 20 runs. So,
like, for example,
How many people were in the group when you killed the boss? I'm curious.
we've just been doing 2-man.
Okay.
But we actually go in with the 2-man. Like, I'm the Slayer, I have the Cole, so it makes it pretty nice. The HP increase from 2-man is nothing. We just burn them down, no problem.
What I just wanted to say is, like, for example, like, it's like small sample sizes are really not trustable because,
Right.
I did 10 runs, I had 3 cutlass drop. I did 20 runs, had 1 cutlass drop.
Fyndel, do you feel that the breach economy, the Chayula breach economy, has crashed faster this league than in the last league?
It's way faster.
Now, do you
Talk
think
about
that's
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why?
What do you
Why
think? Why do you think that happened? Why do you think it crashed?
Why it crashed? Because people know about it. Like, people aren't retarded. Like, if I make 30 exalted every 10 runs, they can make 10 exalted if they're just like, if I make 30 x10 every 10 runs and you're like a fucking retard, you can make 10 exalted, no problem, right?
Right. That's kind of what we were looking at when we were buying shards, Chayula shards. We're looking at, like, okay, we can pay 1-to-1 ratios, or we can pay them 9-to-8 or 10-to-8. and we're still gonna make money. You can't. It's so hard to lose money buying the Kaila runs. So I think that could be why
Yeah.
it's starting
Like,
to.
now it's like really hard to make profit. Like I'm making profit, but I'm struggling a bit with Magic Finders as well. Like, not gonna see what happens in the next 10 days. Like I'm already thinking about stopping doing jailers. It's literally not worth it. Like the set costs 140 chaos orbs, and the blessing goes for 200 chaos.
What other talk about the other like how many times talk about the other stuff that you diversify into? How many times have you run Uber? How many times have you run Rigwald, Council, Shaper?
I don't have numbers, but I already have the 100 Zero achievement. I've run like 10 rewards already.
You're talking about Uber at Zeri, right?
Yeah,
Do you feel Rigwald's the next big thing?
Rigward is just a gambler. Like that guy's just a scammer.
Scam.
It's like a 2 exalt cost to either brick or hit 50
It's a
exalts.
2 exalt cost of. It's a 2 exalt. Like if you gamble 2 Rigward, it's a 2 exalt cost. Without it, like it takes you ages to buy those fucking talismans. So it's a 2 exalt cost of a 20% chance to get a decent drop, like a decent Great Wolf amulet.
There's not very good odds there.
How many GG Great Wolf amulets do you have? Can you link them to somebody that can show them?
I sold all the good ones. I only have my good, the one I bought from that one guy for 20x left, and the one that doesn't sell for like 3x. Like it's a pure gamble. Like if you don't have like 50x in your stash right now, please don't do that shit.
So it's a really big gamble, real big risk.
What about Shaper right now? Shaper looks like it's real juicy.
It's a high reward though, because if you get that GG amulet, it's like bam, you win the game. Shaper is like always profitable. Like the problem with Shaper is though it takes ages. Like you need to buy fragments, you need to like run it. Shaper is always profitable. Like I always do Shaper.
I mean,
how many Shaper runs do you think you've run?
Shaper, I did like 102 or something. I don't know. I don't have count. I need to add up. Like my spreadsheets are like I make a spreadsheet for every session I do, like every 1 2 days session, and then I close it. I make a new session.
I
think you've done Shaper probably 150 times this league. I think.
Damn.
Yeah, there's no point in knowing me how many Shaper runs I did, because what information do I get from that?
Nothing.
Just wondering.
Well, sample sizes to see like what drops what, like the percentages.
Yeah,
of, like...
I know that, but like I have an Excel sheet. I type in whatever the fuck like drops, and then I know how much profit I make and how much it costs. Like for example, I just type in the number 20 sets, cost that and that. Like the Excel immediately calculates it for me.
So what's your
Excel tables for that?
What's your longest losing streak? Longest where you just got shit back? Like how much currency?
I have not gotten Uber, for example. I've not gotten an acuity like gloves in like the last 25 rounds or so.
Those have crashed in price, haven't they? Though, like last leagues they were like 15x. Now they're like 7.
Yeah. I've not gotten 125 rounds. But
like how much currency? Like that's my question. How much currency do you think a dedicated group that wants to try this type of strategy needs to not lose? Like how much do you have to need to get into playing this game?
Like me, like established person with already sick Magic Finders, I made like just a small profit doing these 52 Jail runs. I have no clue how the market looks like tomorrow or in 2 days, but I think it's gonna be really tough. Like it's gonna be really tough. Like it's not like it's nowhere what we did. Like we bought it for 80 to 90 to 800 chaos. It's 140 chaos now, and blessings were 4 exalted orbs back then. But it was 4 exalted orbs. And the chaos was 50 chaos, and now exalted orb is 70 chaos orbs, and blessing still only goes for 200 chaos. So you make less money, and it costs more. So
how do you dump the blessings? Do you just sell them the cheapest and just dump them as quick as possible?
Well, you always put them at the same price as the lowest other person, so you don't want to dump it down, because then you're gonna that is stupid. Like
you have like a cartel relationship with the other Challenger runners. Do you all talk?
But
other people.
I mean, everyone knows each other. Like so, like the idiots dump it down, and the normal people might get exactly as much as other ones have.
So how many other people run it? Like there's you, one breach. How many other people do you see dipping their
I don't know. Like there are many people. Like we know each other, and like they don't need to talk about those people. Like we know each other anyways.
Yeah. No need to talk about those people.
Hey, so I wanted to bring up, Vok, you said you wanted to talk about how you can do this too to our viewers. So how how can you explain to these guys how your average person or above average or below average person would be able to do this kind of thing and pull some money off this beginning of the league at least?
I don't think that anyway a normal person can make this right now. The only thing a normal person can do right now is buy the blessings and sell them
Mhm.
to other people.
No, I mean, like the whole thing, everything we just talked about,
Yeah, but conceptually,
like the
let's say you're in a new
trading,
league.
the whole group,
The
everything.
grouping, preparation, all that
Yeah.
kind of.
So I'll break it down. Let's say you're in a virgin league. Like what you need to do is it's all about the best laid plans are going to change, right? But you gotta have like 10 people that all trust each other. Trust is huge, and that all want to work together. That all have the same sleep schedule. That all have the same skill, knowledge, and commitment. That are all going to play the same amount of hours a day in the game. And if you find 6 to 10 of those people, you need someone that's going to play the meta support. You need someone that's going to play the meta AoE clear. You need someone that's going to play the meta boss killer, and you need 1 or 2 people that are going to play the meta end game. And then you need 1 or 2 people, and it can be part of those 5, or it can be other people who have a love for the economy, a love for trading, a love for arbitrage, have the ability to look at an item and know what to list it at, have the desire to go find trade tools and index tools, and have 100 windows on 3 monitors open for
I think
PoE trade live searches.
I
And
think
if those people work together and follow this strategy that we've laid out in this talk, they'll be able to compete against us.
I think a too long didn't read is like you need 1 Necro support, you need 1 Magic Finder, and you need 1 Blade Vortex or Blade Flurry or Castle Channel Firestormer. You need those 3 people.
Now,
And then the other 3 people doesn't matter.
do you think a Magic Finder is always a Magic Color is always worth it, or is it just because of this league that we have?
Always.
Okay.
The Chayula is not no time limit. Like you just have to go into time, and you always go into the time. So always Magic Finder.
See, that is a
Like, you
good
should
that's a good point that you put there, because a lot of times people say it's not worth it because of it makes you slower. But yeah, that's a very good point. Kyula, you can only go as fast as the portal can open, so you're already pigeonholed there. So why not? I like that.
Mm-hmm. Fucking walk.
Well, I'm really happy to see Magic Find back where it's at. This
I
league.
think it's too strong. That's like probably the reason why Exported Orb is so expensive right now again.
Especially with the legacy shit.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
legacy shit is so broken. Like
All
I don't really.
all you
I'm so
need is
happy
a gem and you're done.
Yeah, like it reminds me why it got removed. Like every day I see it and it's like, yeah, that's why it was removed.
I wonder how
We've
many
made
people are playing who don't know
similar
what this
EXP
is.
per hour and insane currency using this, applying the same concept to Poorjoys. I think we've run 500 Poorjoys right now, and we use the Thief's Nemesis League Stone, the Onslaught League Stone with additional mods, and the Domination League Stone. Those 3 League Stones with certain mods, and we have a Magic Finder. You get the same color. You get the IIR is not as important. Getting over 100 IIQ is where it's at, because the currency drops and the key drops and whatnot. And we farm the shit out of Poorjoys, and everybody that's farmed part of like the Poorjoy Socialist Collective has made 10 exalts. Like, and it just rains exalts and rains experience. It's one of the Poorjoys is still one of the highest EXP per hour activities that you can play.
Yeah, and
Nice.
especially because you can put sextants on it, you can put league stones. Well, does league stones work in unique maps? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it
They
does.
do. They do. Yeah. Okay. It kind of sucks that they don't work in breaches and lab, but I understand why. It would be pretty damn broken.
If
Yeah.
League Stones would work in place of Chayula, I would win so much money that I would make a Mon Mirror giveaway every hour.
Yeah. The item quantity support gem, I just looked it up. It's anywhere between 11 and 15 exalts.
Jesus.
We
I
bought
know.
the first one for 3.5 exalts.
And then I was looking. So this is not necessarily about how you can do this too, but another one of the market things. What the hell is up with energy from within's prices?
It got changed. Like I've not found a single energy within with Magic Finder. The table got changed. It's a tier 1 unique now. It's like Headhunter Skyforce level.
I haven't found one.
Yeah, the tier it just got changed.
I love how they didn't tell us that.
Yep.
I got another question for you, Fyndel. Talk about, like, at this point in the economy, with the Chayula economy kind of flatlining, where's the next big play that you think is going to be there? And where are you investing? Like you have 500 exalts now. Like if someone listening has 50 exalts, how should they best deploy that 50 exalts
right
to
now
maximize
it's like
their wealth over the next 2 weeks?
right now it's over for people. For league, it's always like the same thing every single league. Like all the people who made the money are rich and they can invest into items, flip shit, and
yeah, like
stuff.
invest into what? Like what are you going to invest and flip in? Or
I don't. First of all, I don't want to tell you that. And second of all, I don't know yet. Like it depends what I find. Like 80% of people right now just quit the game and RMT everything away, and then you're done, right?
Yep.
But nobody tells you that. Like they're just okay, league is done, made my 1K grand. All right, waiting on the next league.
Yep.
There's a couple questions about why we skipped over botting so quickly. Botting is such a huge topic. It's its own podcast. It would literally be an entire podcast of botting.
And I don't
questions.
fucking know anything about botting.
Right, exactly.
I
this would be a podcast we would have to prepare for.
I play by the terms of service.
Right, exactly.
I abide by the terms of service, and
I have never botted in my life in Path of Exile.
If you guys want to talk about botting, go find us someone who bots and bring them to us, and we'll put them on the camera.
I know people, but I don't want to talk about that shit. Like I don't want to get into that.
No, yeah. If you have somebody that
if they're willing to come out, that's fine.
I know people who bot. I know.
Well,
people
what I'm
who do
saying,
that. Like,
well, this is we can do this in a different way. If you know somebody that bots that wants to talk about it, but we won't reveal their name at all.
Or even if they want to come out and reveal themselves.
Why the fuck would they do that? They get banned.
Like if people,
why the fuck does
Vox
reveal all these secrets like back in the day? I don't know.
Like people say that I don't know anything about bots. Like if you have so much currency like me, you have different people you talk to. Like I know people where I can buy from like 10,000 chaos ops right now for like 20% less than everyone else. Like you just know the people who bought because those people rely on you. Like I have so many exalts that I can buy more stuff from them. You know, like I mean, like I can, like they need me to change currency, right? Like, but I'm not doing anything wrong. Like I'm playing in the terms of service, but they are like the shady people that have to bought the currency. But I mean, yeah, nothing.
But does that make you worry that you're say you are trading with somebody that you know that bots? Does that make you worry that like GGG might go, hey, this guy's banned for botting, and this guy he traded with a decent bit of currency? Does that you don't worry about that at all?
I mean. I always worry about my account, but what can I do against it? Like I'm just trading and getting the best deal out of it. Like,
because I had found out that there was somebody that RMT.
About this at length. GGG has said if you trade with somebody else in league, you make the trade in game and you abide by the terms of service. That's the extent that you need to go to. Our guild has two rules. The first is don't be a douche, and the second is abide by the terms of service. And I disassociate myself from anyone who breaks either of those rules as soon as I see them breaking the rules.
Yeah, last league I was in a group that with somebody that RMT'd, and I'm like, all right, I don't want to play with him anymore. Like, there's no need to RMT. Like, the game's way easy to make money. Like, why RMT? It is kind of disheartening.
I've had a couple people in my Discord where we all kind of make fun of them, and then they kind of just leave. You spent how much trying to start this league? $100? I mean, that's the opposite of what you guys are talking about. But these guys are buying into the league.
When someone says that I get a warm heart, like it always makes me like, oh, nice.
There's another good question here. The question is, how has the difference in economy and competition with solo self-found leagues in the first times splitting things up? So I think the question they're asking is, has solo self-found affected the leagues at all with like the percentage of people that are playing in solo self-found? I think it's like maybe 10% total.
It took a lot of our friends out of playing the first week. A lot of our friends went solo self-found or SSF hardcore the first week.
I think solo self-found was the worst thing that could have happened to a hardcore league.
Yeah,
if you check hardcore league right now, it's absolutely dead. One exalted drop, 60 chisels or something. Like that league is so dead, it was never more dead before. Like I don't know about people who play hardcore, but everyone I talk to who plays hardcore right now, like non-solo self-found, says it's absolutely dead.
Yeah, I played hardcore for 4 leagues prior to last league, and last league I switched to softcore due to a lot of different reasons. And then this league, I was thinking, yeah, it's going to be even worse, and I'm so glad. I thought about going back to hardcore because I did get burnt out last league.
Like the ratios in hardcore is like abysmal.
It's
like
pretty bad.
0%. Like solo self-found ruined hardcore. Like what they should do is remove solo self-found from hardcore and just put it on normal softcore. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I think they're trying to appeal to everyone, and the problem is now there's like 6 different leagues you can play in, and
yeah, but like the normal solo self-found hardcore league, the solo self-found hardcore, the solo self-found softcore league, it did not do anything to the softcore economy. Nothing. It's exactly as it was before. But the hardcore one, it ruined it. It literally ruined it because all the elite players, they all play solo self-found, and like, I'm not like saying all of them, but a good amount of them are playing solo self-found. You know what I mean? Like,
it is frustrating when you like look at like the prices of exalts, like how long it takes you to find an exalt, like just finding it in like I've had like really bad luck. I think this league I've only found 2 pure X, but we've made like a lot more than that. But like normally I would have found like last league I think I found a total of 11x. This league, I mean, how many do you keep track of how many pure X you found?
yes,
We
like
found,
How
I
many?
find like
found
every
13 in
5.
23.
Yeah, we find like every 5 to 10 rounds we find an X. So it's you're asking the wrong guy right now.
Do you have track of how many you've purely found this league so far?
I found
20 or
13.
something, like 20 or something. I don't know.
20?
But like you probably find like if you're a normal person, you found like 2 or so. Sorry, no.
How many reliquary keys have you found?
Like
I
8
found
or something.
I found 4 so far, and I thought I was doing pretty well.
Reliquary
but-
keys are
That's a
rarer
pretty.
than
That's a,
gold.
I found
That's a pretty
2
good-
off of 1 Uber chest. I was pretty happy about that.
stuff.
And they both found,
think-
and they both dropped gold worms, and they both, one was perfect, it was 30-50, and then the other one was 30-49. So I was pretty happy about that.
Nice.
I think reliquary keys are cheap right now. Like they're rarer than an exalt for sure, and they have potential to drop items that are 20 to 50 exalts.
Yeah,
it's
but they're weighted
incredibly
so heavily on garbage.
I don't know. I
but
think
there's
I think
tons
relic
of
keys are
final
scam.
exalt.
I think
I
they're
think
Try
they're
scam.
scam.
Yep. I
I
think it's a
think they're
noob trap.
scam.
What
I
do you
think
think? What do you think their real value is, like in currency?
I think it's like 10 or 20 kills. So
That's
I
what I
think
was
they're
thinking.
not only are
See,
they
I
scam. I
completely
think
disagree. I think they're like 80 chaos orbs
Fuck
real
that.
value.
There's
I
so
don't-
many times you're going to get a 1 chaos item, or less.
I don't even think that they are worth 10 or 20 kills. Okay, they're worth 10 or 20 kills, but I don't think they're worth 40 kills. You know why? I'm pretty sure they're like getting like fixed, like what's it called? Price fixed. Like there's one guy who price fixes the trade or something, or I don't even know. Like there's only shit in those chests, and it goes 40k or so. Like how is a normal person making money with
Yep.
that?
They're for sure price fixed. There's like 3
Well,
people
yeah.
trying to price fix them.
Yep. Yep, which is annoying. But I mean, you're always going to have that in every economy if it's not controlled in game.
pretty much, and pretty much everything is controlled. So
All right, so what other questions we got, community? Hello, anyone?
I think that's it, man.
We talked a lot already. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's
No, it's been an hour. And,
Well, a little
it's
over
been
an
about
hour.
an hour and 30 minutes because the video has played through once and I reset it. Like I don't know. It's a good
Okay.
it's a good stopping time.
Yeah.
So Fyndel, I put your stream in the Twitch, but I don't know how often, or I'm sorry, in the Reddit post. I don't know how often you stream. Is there any place that like do you want to stream, or is it something that you're just kind of doing every now and then, or for, when Vok forces you to?
I stream.
That's right.
I stream rarely. I only stream when I'm like really bored and no one is in Discord.
Gotcha.
When
Okay.
Vok makes you.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not a streamer. I'm just streaming. So like most of the time I stream and people and I get too many questions like what are you doing? What build are you playing? When
You're like,
I get
stop
annoyed
asking
by that.
questions and just watch it. All right. Well, I
I
just
feel
wanted
like-
I just
I
wanted
like-
to kind of do a shout out at the end of every
Yeah.
podcast. I typically do like a shout out, like, hey, find these guys here. But if you guys, if you guys are just here for the helping the community, that's always cool too, and shedding some light on some topics that people might not know about. So that's cool.
I need to leech. I got a request for you guys. I need to leech another 70 Childhood Breachstones to reach 100. So if you got Childhood Breachstones, sell them to Fyndel or me, so that I can leech experience from
Sell
Fyndel
them to Paleo.
to
Yeah,
reach rank.
I do the
good
same
on
thing.
ladder.
So sell them to me at
Paleo's
better
group is a
rates.
small time group.
Yeah, we've done 17 Taylor runs since the beginning, but we've also been
They're
focusing.
the group without the bitch boys.
Yeah, we don't have any bitch boys. So if you guys are looking, if you guys want a bitch boy for us, feel free to come on over. We're also looking for bitch boys for Polab. We don't.
I'm
really
not
wanna-
looking for bitch boys for Polo.
We're not calling them. Bitch
I'm
boys,
looking
obviously.
to
We're looking
make
for-
a great team of
bitch boys.
streamers who will all support one another in the Polab community, who will help run Polab, and who will take the pressure off my wrist mostly.
Yeah. So essentially,
That's
I don't know. If, like a lot of people don't know how the Polab thing works. essentially we have a group of runners that run every day. Polab's like the main head of everything, and then we've got like a main runner. I'm the merciless main runner. I run merciless every day that I wake up on time for. And then we also
wake up on time for.
I mean,
Keyword.
I'm being honest. But then also we've got Suit Size Small. He's the Uber Lab runner, and he's very, very dependable. So he's going to be staying in that spot for. I cover him whenever he's not. So I'm like the fill-in guy for Uber. So essentially, we need runners that can run normal and cruel.
And merciless.
We run them every single day at reset, and we map it out. Essentially, it's just running through the lab, taking notes of where the exits are of every room, and then taking notes of where Argus is, taking notes of what each door is. And essentially what we're offering is advertisement for your stream. So if you're a streamer and you want to do this, you don't even have to do it every single day. If we can get a network of people that can show up on time and be ready to run, we assign the runners for that day. They run it, and then they get advertised on the Poetalk website. And the Poetalk website gets a lot of traffic. You don't understand how good it can be for your stream. So it's definitely a good opportunity for the stream. If you're a small time stream, even if you're a big stream, I still think it's worth it. Like we've done partnerships.
Look where you're at now.
Yeah, we've done we'll take 3 months ago. I wouldn't have a podcast 3 months ago. I mean, I had thought about doing it. I've always wanted to. I wanted to be on State of Exile when I was a small streamer, and it's always been kind of like an aspiration of mine. But now I have my own podcast. I am the main runner for Polab, and if you're a solid enough, dependable person, you could become a main runner for Normal or Cruel. And it might not sound too appealing, but think of it this way: it's very good advertisement for your stream. It's you're helping the community in multiple different ways. Especially beginning in the league, Normal and Cruel were like higher viewed than Merciless and Uber, right? I mean, just not that many people are in Merc and Uber from the very beginning. And that does trickle off obviously later on down the road, but it's definitely a good opportunity. And if you have questions, feel free to contact myself or Polab. And we have a Polab Discord.
Link for Discord.
Yeah, Polab Discord. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to pop into the Polab Discord at the end of every podcast, if we can, as long as time
And we're
permits
there
it.
during the week sometimes randomly.
Yeah. So feel free to pop in there and chat with us and ask us questions if you have questions about it, all that kind of cool stuff. So we're gonna end the podcast here, unless you guys had anything else you guys wanted to add.
Yeah, thanks for having it. Fyndel, thanks for coming,
Yeah, thanks
man.
for having us. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you both very much. It's awesome. I was
Thank
so
you
stoked
so
to get this
much.
put together. And thank you, Polab, for being my co-host. Good guy. So yeah, I want to kind of wrap it up here. So you can't really check any of their streams out because neither one of them really stream that much. I mean, you can follow Fyndel's stream. There will be a link for it down below, but in the comments section for the YouTube video. And I'm also going to add timestamps. I forgot last week's video, but I will get around to it, and there will be timestamps for this video. So feel free to follow the stream of myself and Polab, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Have a good one, guys.